The world around us hums with a profound truth. This truth is Tawheed, the belief in the oneness of God. In the Quran, Surah An-Nahl, verse 36 tells us that God sent messengers to every nation. Each messenger carried the same message. There is only one God. Tawheed is more than just a religious doctrine, it's a way of life. This belief binds humanity together. The message of Tawheed is simple yet profound. It's about recognizing our place in the grand scheme of existence. Tawheed is a call to recognize our shared humanity. The concept of one God isn't unique to Islam. Various cultures have grappled with this idea. They've sought to understand the divine, and searched for meaning in the cosmos. Ancient China had the concept of Tian, often translated as heaven. In Africa, many traditional religions recognized a single, all-powerful God. Even in ancient Egypt, the concept of a single, supreme deity emerged. The search for the one God transcends cultural and historical boundaries. Centuries after Abraham, Jesus, and other prophets, the message of Tawheed was reaffirmed in the deserts of Arabia. It was through the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that Islam emerged. Islam, meaning submission to the will of God, renewed the call to monotheism. The Prophet Muhammad preached a simple but powerful truth: there is no God but Allah. This statement, the foundation of the Islamic faith, resonated deeply with the people of Arabia. At the time, they were surrounded by idolatry and tribalism. The Quran, revealed to Prophet Muhammad, became the cornerstone of this monotheistic faith. It provided guidance on how to live a life pleasing to the one God. It emphasized compassion, justice, and righteousness as the cornerstones of a just and equitable society. The message of Islam spread rapidly. It resonated with people from all walks of life. Its emphasis on the equality of all human beings, regardless of their social standing or tribal affiliation, was revolutionary. Islam offered a message of hope and liberation. It provided a clear path to connect with the divine. This connection transcended the divisions that had plagued humanity for centuries. Within a century of the Prophet Muhammad's death, Islam had spread far beyond the Arabian Peninsula. It reached across North Africa, into Spain, and deep into Persia and Central Asia. What were the factors that contributed to this rapid expansion? One factor was the message itself. Islam's emphasis on equality and justice resonated with people who felt marginalized or oppressed. It offered a spiritual alternative to the existing social order. Another factor was the strategic location of the Arabian Peninsula. It was a crossroads of trade routes connecting Asia, Africa, and Europe. This allowed Muslim traders to interact with diverse cultures. They shared their faith along the way. The Islamic Empire, established after the Prophet Muhammad's death, also played a significant role in spreading the message of Tawheed. The early caliphs, successors to the Prophet, led with justice and wisdom. They created a society that attracted people to the beauty and truth of Islam. Section 5. Caravans of faith, trade routes, and the spread of Islam. Trade played a pivotal role in the spread of Islam. Muslim merchants, traveling vast distances, became ambassadors of their faith. They carried not only goods but also ideas, knowledge, and values. These merchants traversed the Silk Road, connecting the East and West. They sailed the maritime routes of the Indian Ocean, reaching the coasts of India, Southeast Asia, and even China. These journeys weren't just about commerce, they were about cultural exchange. Muslim traders introduced new concepts in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. They shared their architectural skills, influencing the design of mosques, palaces, and cities across the Islamic world. Through their interactions, they demonstrated the principles of Islam: honesty, fairness, and compassion. These traders weren't just businessmen, they were living examples of their faith. They broke down stereotypes and misconceptions about Islam. They fostered understanding and respect between different cultures. Section 6. Across the seas, Muslim explorers, and the reach of Tawheed. The spirit of exploration was deeply embedded in Islamic civilization. Muslim scholars, driven by a thirst for knowledge, ventured far and wide. They embarked on daring sea voyages. They charted new territories. They expanded the boundaries of human understanding. Navigators like Ibn Majid, known as the Lion of the Sea, mastered the monsoon winds. They mapped the Indian Ocean, enabling trade and cultural exchange between distant lands. Scholars like Ibn Battuta, driven by a desire to witness the diversity of the Muslim world, traveled over 75,000 miles. His journeys took him across North Africa, the Middle East, Central Asia, Southeast Asia, and even as far as China. He documented his experiences in a travelogue, offering invaluable insights into the cultures and societies he encountered. These explorations weren't merely about conquering new lands, they were about connecting with different people, sharing knowledge, and expanding the horizons of human understanding. Section 7. Whispers across the Atlantic. Islam's presence in the Americas. While often overlooked, there's growing evidence to suggest that Muslims may have reached the Americas long before Columbus. Some scholars point to the writings of Abu Bakr II, a 14th-century ruler of the Mali Empire in West Africa. According to these accounts, Abu Bakr II led a fleet of ships westward across the Atlantic, seeking new lands. While the details of his journey remain shrouded in mystery, some believe he may have reached South America. This theory is supported by the discovery of ancient artifacts and inscriptions in Brazil that resemble Arabic script. Further evidence comes from the oral histories of indigenous populations in the Americas. Some Native American tribes have stories that describe visitors from the East, arriving in boats and sharing knowledge of astronomy, medicine, and agriculture. While more research is needed to confirm these theories, the possibility of pre-Columbian Muslim contact with the Americas adds a fascinating layer to our understanding of history. It challenges traditional narratives and highlights the interconnectedness of our world. Section 8. The Enduring Legacy, Islamic Art, Science, and Architecture. The influence of Islam extends far beyond its religious teachings. Islamic civilization has made significant contributions to art, science, and architecture, leaving an indelible mark on human history. Islamic art, known for its intricate geometric patterns, calligraphy, and arabesque designs, has inspired artists and architects for centuries. From the stunning mosaics of the Blue Mosque in Istanbul to the delicate calligraphy of illuminated manuscripts, Islamic art reflects a deep appreciation for beauty and craftsmanship. In the realm of science, Muslim scholars made groundbreaking discoveries in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and optics. Al-Khwarizmi, considered the father of algebra, developed the concept of algorithms, revolutionizing mathematics. Ibn al-Haytham, known as Al-Hazen in the West, made significant contributions to the field of optics, laying the foundation for the invention of the camera. These intellectual achievements highlight the emphasis on knowledge and critical thinking within Islamic civilization. Section 9. A Tapestry of Unity, Islam's Message of Brotherhood. At its core, Islam carries a message of unity and brotherhood. It transcends the artificial barriers of race, ethnicity, language, and nationality. The Quran emphasizes that all human beings are equal in the sight of God. The only distinction lies in their piety and good deeds. This concept of universal brotherhood fosters a sense of community and shared responsibility among Muslims worldwide. It encourages cooperation, mutual respect, and empathy, regardless of cultural differences. This emphasis on unity is particularly relevant in today's world, where divisions based on identity and ideology are becoming increasingly pronounced. Islam's message of brotherhood offers a powerful antidote to the forces of hatred, prejudice, and discrimination. Section 10. A Call for Peace, Islam's emphasis on harmony and coexistence. The word Islam itself is derived from the Arabic root word salam, meaning peace. This fundamental concept of peace permeates all aspects of Islamic teachings. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the importance of seeking peace, resolving conflicts peacefully, and living in harmony with others. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself was a tireless advocate for peace. He taught that true believers are those who strive to establish justice and promote reconciliation. Islam recognizes that true peace encompasses not only the absence of war, but also the presence of justice, equality, and respect for human dignity. This holistic understanding of peace provides a framework for building bridges of understanding and fostering harmonious relationships between individuals, communities, and nations. Section 11. Tawheed, a beacon of hope for a divided world. In a world often fragmented by conflict, intolerance, and division, the message of Tawheed, of the oneness of God, shines as a beacon of hope. It reminds us of our shared humanity, our common origin, and our interconnectedness. This belief in the oneness of God calls us to recognize the inherent dignity of every human being, regardless of their faith, ethnicity, or social status. It compels us to treat each other with compassion, empathy, and respect, recognizing that we are all part of one human family. Tawhid, in its essence, is a call for unity, peace, and understanding. It's a timeless message that transcends cultural boundaries and speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart. In a world desperately searching for meaning, purpose, and connection, the message of Tawhid offers a path toward a more just, compassionate, and harmonious future.